Now, guys, what we have here is okay, we're working. Okay, so we have the generic equation x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Yeah, that means r squared is 25. That means the radius is worth 5. This means when this radius is set, when this circle is centered at 0, 0, it crosses at 5, 0. It crosses at minus 5, 0. It can cross at 0, 5, and then finally 0, minus 5. Okay, that's perfect. Now, we have an equation of a line. Now, this line will randomly, will go, we're hoping that it'll intersect at two distinct points. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get two answers for x and two answers for y. So it's going to cross at two random points, and we're going to get two answers for x, two answers for y. So, here's what we're actually going to do. We're going to get y, we're going to get one letter on its own. Which letter would you like to get on its own? Get x on its own. Reason you chose x? No number in front of the x. So you get 2y minus 5. That's the linear equation. Then what you do with the quadratic equation? Two y minus 5 squared plus y squared equals 25. Common mistakes made. No, just the ones just for x. I replace x with 2y minus 5. Oh yeah, no, I'll show you now. 2y minus 5 2b squared means this. 2y minus 5 multiplied by 2y minus 5. Is that what you're talking about? Now guys, see the y squared here. Don't forget about it. That's been a very common mistake. We're forgetting about the y squared. We're out of 25. Alright? Now. Now. Now, what we get here is 2y by 2y is 4y squared. 2y by minus 5 is minus 10y. Minus 5 by 2y is minus 10y. Minus 5 by minus 5 is plus 25. And then you have plus y squared minus 25. Now what happens to the 25s? They're going to cancel each other. 5y squared minus equals 0. It's usually a reference number, isn't it? But this time we're lacking the final number for our reference number. So what you do now, Ben? Huh? What happens here? Take out what, guys? 5. And what's left over? 5y, that is. And what's left over? Y minus. What number goes in here? 4. Check it. 5y multiplied by y, 5y squared. 5y multiplied by minus 4, 20y. Okay. 5y equals 0, or y minus 4 equals 0. Y will equal 4, or y will equal 0. 0 divided by 5 leaves, so it'll be still 0. Now, go back to the very top. We said x equals 2y minus 5. What does 2y minus 5 actually mean? 2 times whatever the y value is, take away 5. So what happens when it's 0? 2 times 0 minus 5? My x equals minus 5. Okay, try it again, this time for 4. 2 times 4 minus 5? 3. So, here's your 2 points. Your 2 points in question are 3, 4, and minus 5, 0. X before y. Okay guys, that leads us on to the next question, which is the airplane question. What they do is they model a volcanic eruption. So when a volcano gives off gas or ash, what they do is they model it on a circular formula. So this is the airplane, and the airplane is currently traveling along this direction, along in the direction of a line. Ahead is a large cloud of ash. We're just assuming it's circular. It can be represented by this formula here. Now, if I was to draw an XY axis here, what do you think the center of the circle is going to be? 0, 0. And the radius is the square root of 52 is the radius, okay? Each unit represents 1 kilometer. Okay. What is the center of the circle and the radius of the cloud? Well, 0, 0, and the radius is root 52. Now you could put root 52 into the calculator and it could be, what you say? 2 root 13 is another acceptable answer, or an answer after that would be 7.2. Okay, any answer will do you. 7.2 kilometer radius. Okay, find the coordinates of A and B. What does it want us to do? What has this full exercise been about? What have we done in every question in exercise 3.3? Get the coordinates, okay? So what do you think you have to do this question now properly? Before you sub. Okay, then after that, sub it in. So you're going to sub in y minus 10 for x. That means y minus 10 multiplied by. Then after that, yeah, 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 yeah. Minus 52 equals 0. Yeah, we brought the 52 over at the same go. Y squared plus y squared. Minus 10y minus 10y. 100 minus 52. Okay. You can do a minus b formula where a equals 2, b equals minus 20, c equals 48. You can do a reference number with a reference number of 4 multiplied by 48, which is 96. But we could simplify it by divide both sides by 2, because you can, if you do the same thing to both sides, it maintains its balance. Okay, 0 divided by 2. Anybody? 0 divided by 2. Still 0. I'm going to divide nothing between two of you. You both get nothing. Okay, y squared minus 10y plus 24 equals 0. What's the reference number, James? Plus 24. Two numbers that will multiply to give you 24, but yet when you add them they give you minus 10. 6 and 4. 12 and 2 is another answer. Now, it's a plus reference number. Plus reference number. Both minuses or both pluses. So if we use minus 12 plus 2, that's breaking that rule for a positive reference number. So we have to go for minus 6 minus 4. Y minus 6, y minus 4 equals 0. Y minus 4 equals 0. Y minus 6 equals 0. Y equals 6. And y equals 4. Everybody happy enough with that? Now, I have to find the x value. What do we say the x value is again? Sorry? How come I couldn't use it? A reference number of plus 24. To get two numbers that multiply together to give you a positive number, they both have to be positive or they both have to be negative. And if you use 12 and 2, you'd have to have minus 12 plus 2 to make the minus 10 in the middle, and that when you multiply them you get minus 24. Yeah, so that's why I couldn't use them. Okay, good question. Now, it's going to be x equals y minus 10. So what's y minus 10? X equals whatever y is, take away 10. 6 minus 10 is minus 4, so that's the point minus 4, 6. What about the next part after that? It's going to be 4 minus 10, which is minus 6, 4. Are we happy enough with that? Okay guys, now, done. It is considered unsafe to travel more than 10 kilometers through an ash cloud. Should the plane alter its course? So, I have to find out what length this green line is. And I have to check that if it's over 10 kilometers, we change course. If it's under 10 kilometers, we don't change course. Oh, good man. Distance formula, okay. Distance formula between 2 points. You have 2 points, you want to find the distance between them. So we do x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So what are we going to get here, guys? x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, put it in, what do we get? Minus 6 minus 4. Plus 4. Y2, 4. Minus 6 squared. Okay, I think that's going to be that's going to be 2 squared, which is 4. 2 squared, which is also 4, which is the square root of 8. Uh, Not exactly, to be honest. Oh yeah, which is also the square root of a. Square root of a, 2 root 2. Otherwise known as 2.83 kilometers. To all my doubters out there. Okay, now, 2.83 because it's 2.8. It's 828. I rounded. Okay. Now, find the midpoint of C. Midpoint of C, guys. So, find the midpoint C of AB. What's the midpoint of AB? How do you know when you're halfway through your journey? What formula should we use? Midpoint formula. So, well, that'll give me the distance. It won't give me the point. Half the distance will be giving me the distance to the midpoint, but it won't necessarily answer my question. X1 plus X2 over 2. Anybody remember the other part? Sorry, James, where are you? For the distance formula. Square root of 8. Yeah, what do you get? Alright. What we get here, guys, is this. Add them x1 and x2 together, and you get minus 4 plus minus 6. Anybody? Minus 4 plus minus 6. Minus 10. You owe somebody €4, you owe somebody €6, you owe them €10 in total. 6 plus 4? 10 over 2. And then finally, minus 5 and 5. It's the midpoint. Done. The point C is the nearest point on the plane's path to the center of the cloud. If it is considered unsafe to travel, further than 1 kilometer inwards from the edge of the cloud. Should the plane alter its course? Okay, that's a difficult question. Now, here's what they want us to do. Okay. Let's have a debate here. In a nutshell, what we're doing is we're going to get the distance C to the center 0, 0. That's going to give us this green line. I'm just after shading in here. We already know the radius, so if we take this green line away from the radius, we get the length of this red line here. This red line is how far in from the edge of the cloud we're going to be. Okay, so that's what we got to find out. So let's start off with a distance formula. So, sorry, keep my radius there as well. So let's start off with the distance formula from 0, 0 to, what's the midpoint again? 5 minus 5, 5. So minus 5, 5 to 0, 0. Square root of x2 minus x1. Oh, sorry, x2, y2, x1, y1. So it's going to be minus 5 minus 0 squared plus 5 minus 0 squared. It's going to be the square root of 50, which is otherwise known as 5 root 2. And 5 root 2 is known as what distance? Root 50 is 5 root 2. 5 root 2 is 7.07. Now, take that away from 7.2. 7.2 minus 7.07. Yeah, 0.13 kilometers. You're only 0.1. This red line here is only 0.13 kilometers away from the edge. So are you safe to continue on course? Yes, you are. Okay, guys.